Welcome back to the BSide Forum. I am Koncept714. And with me, as you already know, man, tonight, dog. Tonight's been bananas good. Medusa 2Mex. We got Rabbit in the house as well doing this thing. Man.
Rabbit.
Why'd your voice go lower when you said rabbit?
Yeah, you don't like me that much.
Rabbit.
And we got
I'm glad to just be sitting here. I told you.
And we got this dude over here.
Yeah,
you are. Hey, on the real, man, homie, you a real hip hop soldier, so you qualified, and then some. We good. Yeah.
Okay. So we had a cancellation. Rabbit stepped in, which I think is played out better for the night because I have a question for you, Rabbit. You are media, and you guys as well. You guys answer it and let me know because as media, we have a different perspective of the scene, right? As artists, you get a different perspective of it, right? Some of us are lucky enough to be able to do both and see it from different angles and stuff. Where do you see because the scene that we're in right now, hip hop has never been this old before, if I'm making any sense. So the artists that are growing up now there's no 70-year-old hip hop heads, right?
That's always been my point.
Perceivably. Is there a 60? Is there 60s?
No, 50
you're
at the
pushing
most.
it.
Oh, 50s for sure.
Is there 50s? Okay.
For sure.
40s. A 30, blah, 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 guaranteed. Okay. So hip hop has never been quite this old. It hasn't gone through everything that has gone through this day. And you get an insight on the artists that are coming up. A lot of the artists, in this current scene, if you are an artist, someone that is doing something, you are on BSide show. Right. That's like a staple. It's like dude, don't even talk to me, dog. You haven't even been on BSide yet. Like that's just like there's certain shows that alone. Hey, you know it's true. There's certain
We're trying, dog.
There's certain shows that lend themselves to be that mark on that benchmark to say, if you haven't made this, this is not where you're supposed to be at, right? Where do you see it going with the scene that is happening now, with the current artists that are going through?
Well, first of all, going to what you were saying is as old as it's ever been is I remember buying cassette tapes, dog, like spending the money I got for my birthday or whatever, $10, whatever it was, and getting, LL Cool J was my shit back in the day, dog. Like I was on my LL Cool J, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So getting that, and I remembered and they'd be clowning me, and this is how I grew up. It's kind of like Menace to Society, they'd be blazing in the rooms and like, you're listening to that stuff's gonna die out and this and that, right? And then I started learning, and as I started learning more, I started coming back with, all right, they said the same thing about rock and roll, which you guys listen to, right? And it's still here, right? And I told them, I remember telling them this, hip hop's gonna do the same thing. I remember that, and I feel it is doing that. And I brought it up a little bit earlier, is I do have faith because some of these up and coming artists that I am seeing, they get it. And I can see it when I talk to them. Not doing interviews. It's when we kick it, because I'll be vibing out with some of these cats like at shows or whatever and chilling, and they come up and they ask me, my opinion on stuff, and that's cool. And like they said, they don't have to listen to me, but at least they're asking, and that's a start. So I feel that we still are in good hands, because a lot of the talented, some of the up and coming ones that I see, they have something, like they get it. They get the whole concept of hip hop.
There's always a handful of people in every scene, right? In every generation of hip hop that stand out above the rest. Look, I think we are in a renaissance of hip hop right now, and we're lucky enough to be smack in the middle of it as media, because this type of media, and I very carefully include myself, because you guys have been doing it far longer than I have. Your respect, your name is way bigger than mine. From the little bit that I've been able to contribute as media, I've been able to see a perspective of a new renaissance of hip hop coming through, because these artists have to pick from the whole litter, not just Cool G Rap, or not just KRS. Oh no, I also have to pick from your Macklemores or your blah blah blah. So now they're able to infuse these flavors and these senses and this new style with a coochie rap, make me float, but also want to bring a show to you. So I'm gonna do a Macklemore dance or whatever it is, and they're intertwining and they're building and they're growing.
Yeah.
So to me, I see a very bright light at the end of the tunnel that honestly I didn't see when I was coming up. I was so bored with hip hop that I was listening to like K-Rock because I've already heard you say that, dog. I've heard Puffy say it. I heard Mace say it.
And you know
Shine
what?
said it. Like I'm already bored with it.
And you could even see with some of them that are really doing their thing, and I can't speak for them, but you know, you guys have collabed with. I mean, some of these young artists, they do get it, and they reach out, and they might not get that verse right away from 2Mex or Medusa, whatever it might be, but
we gotta talk before the end.
No, but
the thirst.
But they you know what I'm saying? They see what these artists are doing too, and that they do get it, and that's why, you know what I mean? Like you'll have a 2Mex collab with, and like the CD that you did with myself.
Yep.
That one, man, I was bumping that shit in the ride, and there's a big age difference there, but they created
like
something.
Farther, like Son.
Yeah,
That's
yes.
why the record's called like
But-
Farther, like Son. That's what it's called.
But they created something pretty dope to me, and that's what I'm saying. There is, I feel there is. I have faith in it still.
I
believe it.
2Mex.
Because you said the crucial word is artist. You didn't say rapper. You didn't say MC. It's not just hip hop. When you're an artist, you lend yourself to every sound, every dynamic that's out there and in you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't consider myself just an MC or just a rapper. I'm an artist because I like exploring all of myself. And if you don't do that as an artist, you're going to remain in the one category you try to attack.
Ultimately, had Medusa never picked up that mic, there'd have been a fucking tuba in the corner, and she'd been like, that tuba looks pretty good, bro. Let me go fuck with that. And boom, had that tuba not been there, you'd be like, you know what, dog, that violin over there is kind of nice. An artist will find art, and an art will find an artist so that it can express itself through. That's just what I've learned in my minimal time.
I'm gonna tell you this, because you're talking about the era that we're in. Man, let's enjoy the era. And like, I think instead of trying to define it and trying to put it in a box, I think we just gotta enjoy it. Like, just like with life, you just gotta enjoy it while it's happening, because you blink and it's over.
Exactly.
And it's like I think we just gotta enjoy where we're at with it. Our level of we are, like I said, we're on a higher level. It's for us that we like it. So it's like all these kids. There might be a lot of kids that watch this show and be like, man, I don't give a fuck about what you're talking about. This is my shit. My shit is right now. My shit is 4-0. My shit is this right now.
I'm
like, if you don't give a fuck, give me a chop and screw.
Let me tell you. I'm glad you said that, because you know what? I hosted I got to host that, what is that shit called? The Cypher Effect, right? And had all the young cats on that shit. And let me tell you, man, to me, I was like, you know what? It was really crazy, because to me, I was like, here I am in one night about to get to see all the young cats that are making noise. And I was like, if they're really about theirs, they're gonna have a sense of competition. Because when we used to be, if I had a show and Medusa was playing and Hip Hop Clown was playing, I was like, fuck y'all, I'm gonna blow you guys out the water. And Clown would be like, fuck yeah, we about to kill y'all, you know, like this and that.
Real shit.
Hey, but let me tell you, they did that.
You saw that.
They did that shit. And people like King Little G, what's the other homies they're the homie from my neighborhood, from Mid City. What are those kids called? Oh no. Fucking Oh No, you know what I'm talking about? They're on some trap shit kind of, but
Rails and
dude, Oh
Infamisi.
No, King Little G, Self-Provoked, Gremlin Raps, fucking Sage
Shout out to
One,
Gremlin, baby.
motherfuckers was coming with
I like
it.
me some Sage One.
These kids, man, all of them were under 24, and you would have thought it was talent night for a record deal. And so that proves to me that I don't gotta tell a dude like me that's 40. I don't gotta tell these young kids shit. They don't give a. They don't. You don't gotta listen to me for shit, homie. You already know what the fuck is up because that was like a perfect example of everybody trying to blow everybody out the water, and it was. And I was
That's how
really.
it's supposed to be.
I became a fan of people like King Little G and some of these cats that I kind of like had heard and what. Cause dude, I like myself, but like myself and some of the cats that I once again on some underground shit. You don't see myself at the Cypher Effect show. You don't see some of these cats that I see that I like in the circuit yet. But dude, out of the people that are in the circuit, I was Reverie's a perfect example of somebody that when I first seen her, she even knows when I first seen her, I was like, she's cute. Her stage presence is all right. The songs are cool. There was a song I heard that I liked, but then when I seen her perform, I was like, she's kind of like high, too faded and nervous, you know, like learning. And then 6 months later, I seen her. I was like, she's cool. And then 6 months later, I seen her. And then I look on Instagram, and now she's in Europe and shit with her. And I know she's doing that grimy Europe circuit that I used to do, where you're playing in front of 50 people and the chitlin circuit. And dude, but when she comes back from that, all of a sudden I see her controlling crowd, and then I see her rocking 300, 500, 700, opening up her Psycho Realm, and now she's an entity. And I'm like, and I'm like, dude. So if I would have wrote off Reverie when I first seen her, like, she's a new kid, she don't know what the fuck is up. Let her grow, and look at her growing into her own shit. And she don't even need, she don't need a motherfucker like me.
Reverie,
putting my hand on her shoulder,
Reverie
like,
is the one example that I use.
I'm
I
just saying,
use
though.
from someone who said, you know, like, people don't realize I started off with 0 fans. That's what she said. People don't dude, zero people knew me at one point. Now over 50,000 people come see me rock a month or whatever. She's the perfect example of hip hop in its growth. So watch it now. It's growing. And like 2Mex said, you could have been like, you know what, this chick's dead. Or you could have been like, oh my God, 6 months later, oh damn, oh shit, she's killing it.
And let me tell you, Reverie, Vel the Wonder, Gavlin, Self-Provoked, for all these kids, they don't need us, homie. Like let them forge their own path. We can be what we want, and we love the music we love. But dude, they're doing this shit, and so you gotta let it be. And if one of them turns to be Black Eyed Peas, and one of them turns to be KRS-One, and one of them turns to be Atmosphere, then let it be, man. I remember seeing Gremlin at some little show, and I was like, damn, did I just see a 14-year-old Atmosphere? That was kind of crazy. And I was like, I remember being like, I was like, damn, that fool was 14 years old. He's like 4 foot tall, talking real shit about his life. No, but I'm saying he's spitting about his life. And I was like, damn, this kid's, dude, I didn't start. When I was 14, I did not have those bars that kid had. And I was like, damn, this kid's 14, spitting real shit about his life. And connecting with people, and I walked away being like, and I walked away and I was like, that's hip hop.
And to go along with what you were saying is, there is that competition. Like you do want to kill the next the act that's coming or the one before you, whatever it might be. But they were still backstage slapping hands with each other.
And they got to their own, and they got to their own place without us. Like when I met everybody that I've met, from myself to yours truly, to all of them, dude, Self-Provoked, dude, that homie, he ain't even the little homie, that fool got bars. But what I'm saying is, all those people, even when I personally have met them and try to help them by giving them shows to do whatever I can, give them good positive energy, they don't need me, homie. They got that on the road, because this process happens to everybody. It's organic, because it was organic to us, so it's organic to them. Us as older people, we can give our opinions as elder statesmen.
Exactly, we can give suggestions.
Yeah, but it's better for us to let's be historians about what we about, and let the oral tradition continue. That's about what we know. We could tell people about, you don't know about Cool Keith, you don't know about Leaders of the New School, you don't know about Black Sheep, you don't know about this. We can do that.
Google that.
But we can't force a kid that thinks Ludacris is old school. We can't be mad at him at that, because he doesn't know who Company Flow is, and we can't be mad at a fool that doesn't know who Micah 9 is. Exactly. If he ever gets to that level where his mind gets blown, then he can get to that level. But we can't look at these kids like, you're not doing this right. See, you don't know about,
A prime example of that in my life, I have a little brother. They call him Shady Doe. He signed to Freeway Rick's, like the original Rick Ross. He signed to his label, and he's a blood. You know what I mean? And he does his thing. But when he started, he wrote a rhyme in Chicken Scratch, and it was in the backseat of my car. And I was like, Oh, he's trying to rhyme. Okay, well, what's your rhyme name? I don't know yet. So I was like, what about Shady? You know, you in the shadows, you whoop. So years later, he's still Shady Doe, but he's on his own path and his own thing, and I don't knock him for nothing. I'm like, I don't bang, you know, but if you gonna do it well. Make sure your chops are right, make sure your bars are up, and you have got to battle a few hits just to get your chops together. And he did that. I watched him do that, and I'm like, you don't need no direction. You got the passion, you got the hunger, you love it enough to where you gonna go get it. So I watched him go get it, and he's really doing his thing, and I'm really proud of him, really impressed with that.
And even here, you know, real quick, we see it from when we started the show. You see who really has that passion, who's gonna keep coming back and wanting to be on, and then you see the ones that you don't see no more. Like
exactly.
You know what I'm saying, and you know that they got in it for, like, they thought they were gonna make some quick money. They see what it's really about, and the passion always comes through at the end. I think for any music genre, though, the passion.
I just want to
Yes.
tell anybody that's young, or any young and up and comers that like us, whether they respect us or not or whatever. I just want to tell them, man, like, trust me, man. You don't need us to, like, put our hands on your shoulder and tell you anything. Like this hip hop belongs to all of us. You know what I'm saying? So just if you want to know the real story, then you can look into it. And the real stories are here, because we lifers, we all do hip hop, whether it pays us or not. The payment is the records.
Yes.
The payment is the CDs. The payment is the music. The payment is the concert, and the payment
Yes.
is really the music and what you gain out of it.
And inspiring people.
Yeah.
I mean, when people come up, I mean, I know you feel the same way. And
I'm
say,
the luckiest
wow,
dude
you
in the
changed
world,
my
man.
life. You've inspired me.
Yeah.
That means everything.
To seal off the show,
Word.
we got one more, and this is
Yeah,
a quick wrap up so that
Yeah, let's do this
everyone.
because I gotta pee. But go ahead.
2Mex gotta go pop a squat, so we gotta make sure we move on. There's no one in this room, right? No one in this room who doesn't love hip hop to any extent. There's just extent that everyone loves it. Some might love it more than others, but there's always that love is the basis of this, because love built this fucking studio. This place wasn't here if it wasn't for Rabbits and Wackos and Drax and everyone else's love for the game, for hip-hop, for the industry. 2Mex would not be doing shows the way he's doing shows. And shout out to you, 2Mex, for being accessible to the up-and-coming artists to be like, dog, you want to do an album? I'm not even tripping. Talk to me. We'll work a deal out. Shout out to Medusa for being accessible and being like, Koncept, you know what? I'll do it. Why not? I'll do it. I'm with you. And being not only that one, yes, you came through once, and that could have been it, and that'd have been fine with me. But no. Hey, let's build and cover the show and come out to do this and do that. You know what I'm talking about. And we've been able to build. Shout out to the legends that are still willing to work with the up-and-comers. Because if it wasn't for those legends that are extending their hand, we can't climb that high by ourselves. Or we can't climb to the depth that you're at. Because like 2Mex said, they want to know, they're going to find out. Some of them don't want to know. They don't want to know. But you guys are there as reminders like, hey, this is what it was. You are what it will be. In the middle is where you need to be right now, dude. You need to break it down.
I got a message from Wacko. It says that I'm his hero. So, and I'm texting him back. I know. Tell me something I don't know.
Shout out to Wacko.
Wacko's gonna try to grow his beard after today. Like, what he's gonna do?
No, he's gonna buy the T-shirt that has the beard imprinted on the.
If Wacko was here, man, he'd be right here with us saying the same shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, we here and we here with the info, and we here with the heart, and we here with the longevity. But that's what we at, and we lifers about it. And in 10 years, a lot of these kids that have been in hip hop for 2-3 years, they'll be in hip hop for 13, 14 years, and they're gonna have a different perspective, and they're gonna look at someone like people like us or people like that in a different way. The way we look at two instances, like a Slick Rick, somebody that made it and was big, or like name an underground person from 10, 15 years ago that ain't like necessarily even eating off the game, but you see them and you like, that was my dude.
Soul Brothers.
that
Last
was
Emperor.
Divine Styler.
Divine
You know what I'm
Styler.
saying? We like,
Ooh.
oh, that's fucking, Justin Warfield or whoever. You know what I mean? Like, I look at rappers from the East, and I'm just like, I know maybe you didn't make $1 million off this shit, but damn, you influenced 1 million people.
Exactly.
And so it's like, and so maybe like when they get older, they'll look at it like that, the way we look at people like that. And the thing with hip hop is to not, it's like hip hop, you can't associate what's dope with what's paid.
Exactly.
We all been paid in different ways.
Yeah.
I haven't had a real job since 1999, so I'm paid. That's paid, fool. God gave me 15 years off.
I haven't
God
had a
gave-
job since 1988.
See, God gave you that exactly.
I got work in the morning.
So you know what I'm
So
saying?
we're all
that's what I'm
paid
saying.
somewhere or the other.
So
you know
that's what I'm saying though. So it's like we all like it's a different thing. You know, our like love for this, it pays in different ways.
Like to me,
Yes,
this
it
is my
does.
payment. This is my. I've been
Yes,
looking
yes.
forward to this since Drac booked it, dude.
Oh, that's
like,
dope.
and
like
that's
a
why we
month
came
ago.
here for you, man, because we were like,
Exactly.
you know, hey, one of my homies, hey, I ain't gonna divulge it, but one of my homies just got mad time, and I'm sad. And 4 of my homies died in the last couple weeks, and all this kind of shit, you know.
Sorry to hear that.
And I was
Sorry
like,
to hear
and I was
that.
like, and I was like, fool, hip hop, fool. I gotta get on the freeway. It's gonna be traffic. We doing this shit, but you know what? I gotta do this for the continuum because I can. Because one day I won't be able to. And so like for
No,
the day
no.
I can, I'm gonna do this.
It's
'cause
cool
I gotta
because when
do
you're
this.
80, we're still gonna wake you
Oh,
up
yeah.
in the morning
Oh,
with
yeah.
the
But I'm
hey
saying-
2Mex, we gotta get the podcast popping, bro.
It'll just be my brain, like
Yeah,
Futurama.
no, the beard will just be completely white, but it'll still be there.
It'll be a brain with a beard just
and-
hanging like
and-
in a
and I-
water jar. You know what I'm saying? It'll say 2Mex
And
a golden.
I'll be interviewing a 65-year-old gremlin. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be like talking about his 60 years
You
in
know
hip
what
hop.
I'm saying? And like you said, it was a important thing you touched on, man. We're just lifers in this shit, man. Like, this is my whole life. Hip hop is my life, and I can.
That's crazy though.
Whoa! Someone was beatboxing. Hey,
Uh-oh.
we're
Medusa broke her mic.
Yeah, beatbox.
How many mics you broken in your life, Medusa? Countless. Can't count that one in. Okay. To round up the show, please let's have some finishing words, some ending words to the BSide Forum. Which thank you guys. It's been an honor to be able to host it, to be able to bring these brains together, these entities of hip hop that each have built their own path and are the shining light at the end of the tunnel, like I said before. So BSide Show, thank you so much for everything. I have an honor. Please, I'm more than happy to do it tomorrow, dog. Let me know. I'll fucking get Gremlin, Sage One, and like whatever you want. Just let me know. So thank you guys. So Rabbit, please, let's finish off the round. We'll go around the table, give us some finishing words.
I just want to say too, like, I just came here, like he said, it's hip hop. I wasn't hosting tonight, and someone was gonna be right here. I came to watch and support. This is our spot and everything, but it's our spot. It's built around hip hop. 2Mex knows that. He's known Wacko longer than he's known me, and me and Wacko cross paths, and two dudes with the same path. It's crazy because later we cross paths, but with the same passion for this shit, and we're gonna be here no matter what. Like he said, man, we're lifers in this shit. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, it's going down, and I just wanted to sit here and watch whether I was involved or not.
Well,
I just,
thank you for
I
being
just happened to
involved.
be here.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
for being
Wacko.
involved.
You know what I'm saying?
It was good having you, dog.
You're,
Again, thank
you're
you for having us in your
Wacko
house.
cross paths, Wacko at home cross dressing.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
If you didn't say it, I was gonna.
2Mex,
Anyway.
any last words before we
Yeah,
leave the
no, I just
forum?
want to say thank you, man. Thank you for setting this up. You know what I'm saying? Your passion, you know what I'm saying, as a hip hop person and trying to do these kind of things, it's commendable, man. And honestly, like, to all the people out there, man, look, man, people know me on different levels, whether you know me as an artist or a friend or like, business, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm an artist first and foremost, so I just want to tell the people out there, like, thank you for believing in me. If I've come through for you and I've done something for you, it's a blessing. If I'm like trying to do something for you, be patient. We're trying to get it done. It all happens in time, and I appreciate the love and support. And dude, we just all love this hip hop shit at the end of the day. So to all the people out there coming up trying to make music, just make music that's good, dude. It doesn't matter who you're down with. It doesn't matter what city you're in. It doesn't matter who you clicked up with. If your shit is dope, the universe kind of will slowly come to you. So just make dope shit. And people like Medusa and myself, all we care about is making dope shit. And so that's why and that's why we still got jobs in this game like that.
Medusa, any last words before we leave?
You know, I have to first say, let me get the other one. I think you about to die too.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'll double fist them. Like, there you go.
You know, I first want to say that, you know, hip hop has changed my life in so many different dimensions. If I hadn't touched bases with it in the 80s the way that I did just from the dance, I wouldn't be who I am right now. So I have to give love and understanding to those that let us sample you. You know what I mean? I see all these award ceremony all the time, and they might have their moments of like, hey, we're gonna, you know, honor so-and-so and whoop-de-whoop. And there's so many honors that don't get given, from the Patrice Russians to the Marvin Gayes to the, you know what I mean? There's like heavyweights in this artistry that are still around doing it because it's their passion. So know that we are in it because it's a passion in us, and it's like our lover. Like hip music is my lover. You know what I'm saying? When there's no other freak that I'm messing with, the music stays consistent. And it makes me whole. So I have to say to those that if music makes you whole and it feels like your lover and it touches your spirit and allows you to share a truth within yourself that you wouldn't do in a common setting, then keep doing that, because it's love, it's a release, and it's a passion, it's a lover that you can never ever give away. It will never leave you. So, you know, stay true to that.
Amen to Medusa for that. Thank you guys thank you B-Side Show for having me out. Thank you 2Mex for coming out. Thank you Medusa. Thank you Rabbit for joining us.
Shout out to Wacko and everybody that supports.
It's really been an
B-Side.
honor to be able to sit down and express thoughts and ideas with all these other people. Me personally, the only thing I gotta say is lyrics still matter. Hip hop is very important. There's no other force in the world that has been able to been introduced to the world and mold it. Because hip hop has overtaken everything. Country couldn't do it. Rock did it for a little bit, but hip hop has been and withstand the test of time, because new artists always develop, and we're the one genre that learns from the other artists in the past and are willing to take it to the next step, because now we can contribute. If Slug taught me this and Cannabis taught me this, then I can make it this. And that's the beauty of hip hop. I've been lucky enough to be involved in the minimal space that I've been in, and I can write a memoir and die a happy man today. But luckily, I hope hip hop has a lot more in store for me, has a lot more of just like sit downs and and interviews and rock shows with people that I've always admired. So again, B-Side Show, thank you for this. Everyone involved, lyrics still matter. Koncept loves you. Peace out. Yeah.